Hello, I'm Kabalamat, and this is episode 36 of Rule the Waves 2 Let's Play Japan. Looking at the current situation, we're at war with Britain. Let's have a look at the map. We have most of our fleet in Southeast Asia, and the British have quite a big fleet in Southeast Asia as well. 2 cruisers and 2 aircraft carriers plus 2 light aircraft carriers, and they're also moving some ships from the Indian Ocean. So, let's play the next move. Well, let's see what we'll do. Yes, we're invading Hong Kong and we're planning to invade Singapore. So, let's play the next move. Carrier battle. Battle in support of land combat. Accept. Attack enemy ships in general. So we have a force of 4 aircraft carriers, Shikako, Suikako, Shinano and Taikaku here, and 2 battleships, the Yamato and the Kashima. Let's have a look at those a minute. Yamato is my big battleship with 16 15-inch guns, and Kashima is an old small battleship with 6 12-inch, but the Yamato is a pretty strong ship. And they're escorted by destroyers and light cruisers. And the enemy are probably somewhere around here. Let's have a look at the search pattern. So the search pattern suggests that the British are round about here somewhere. And I'm going to increase that, because I don't actually know where they are. And so the more places that we look, the more likely we are to find them. I'll increase the distance a bit more too. Okay, and we'll give them heavy cap. And let's have a look what our battle cruiser is doing. Well, we can't manually determine its movements yet, so let's put it on. Let's have a look at our battle cruiser. We still can't decide what. We still can't tell it how fast to go. Let's stop there, and let's have a look at what the carrier's doing. That's got a speed of 16. Okay, I'm going to make my battle cruiser under user control, and it's going to have independent, and it will be going at full speed ahead this way. I'm going to move it towards Hong Kong. Okay. And something seems to have happened. 2 friendly cap aircraft attack one of their reconnaissance aircraft. So, well, we've spotted enemy aircraft, but we don't know where the enemy are. There's no ships. And we're shooting down some Tempest strike aircraft now. Let's see where they are. Yes, the Tempest strike aircraft. They're not with the Yamato. They're down here. They're this little blue speck here. Tempest strike. So it looks like that's where they are. It looks like they're somewhere, but I've no idea. Oh, and we've got a radar image here. So let's move towards that. We had a radar image here. And let's see what the time is. Dusk in 45 minutes. You know what? I don't think anything's going to happen here. We don't seem to have found. We've got no reports of them. I think we're just going to move this way and go home. Because we're not going to find anything, are we? At this rate. and we don't appear to be doing any good where we are. Right. Okay. I'm going to put my ships on cruise, set for force. I really don't expect anything to happen with this battle now, because we've not found the enemy, and I'm not sure the enemy are anywhere. Dawn will be in 5 hours. Hour 30. Hour 45. So let's go this way with them. Let's see if we see anything today. I don't think we will. I don't think there's going to be anything happening. Ah, we found something. And they're around about here somewhere. That's excellent. So 5 aircraft carriers and 1 cruiser. Well, that would be excellent meat for my Yamato, which would chew them up really easily. So these can all go this way, and I think it's going to be a carrier strike against them. So it's going to be uncoordinated because that's quicker. Look, that's 120, and if I coordinate it, it takes 2 hours longer. Launch strike. Plus, the other thing is, if you don't coordinate it, you get the first hit on them, and it's obviously important to be able to hit the enemy. Yes. Right. So now we've achieved that, and let's carry on the game. Do you want to adjust strike locations? No. 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 What's this thing here? I'm going to pause the game. One DD and 1 TR, so that's nothing. And this is their big group. We've still only got those 2 reports, so that's good. And this is all my strike aircraft coming in. So the enemy is shooting down my planes. Okay. No aircraft hit. I don't know what my aircraft are doing over land, because it's pretty obvious that their ships aren't going to be over land, are they? We've got a new report, which is here Yeah. Okay. So we know that they're round about here somewhere. So I think that means we just keep up what we're doing. And we seem to be under attack ourselves. And the Kashima, has the Kashima been hit? Less than 50% refuel. Well, that's the first time I've ever had that happen in a battle. Let's see what the Kashima's up to. It's not been hit by anything. It's just a bit. It's just needs to slow down a bit. Okay, that's fine. Now, what time is it? Dusk will be in 4 hours. It's daylight, but the weather's bad. Let's have a look at my radar ranges. So let's switch radar on. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell my ships to fan out a bit. They can be in line ahead. They can go this way. And so I'm spreading my ships out so that I'm more likely to detect them. Let's go on to the Yamato. Oops, that's not Yamato. This one is. And let's play 5 moves at a time. And they may well have gone back into Hong Kong Harbour. The Yamato is getting a bit on its own there. Scenario's over. So we managed to lightly damage one of his CVs, and some of our ships were lightly damaged. So that was not really a great deal happened. Let's have a look at the details. So his Illustrious was hit by 1 bomb, and mine was hit by multiple bombs. I was hit by 6 bombs altogether. 3 bombs. The Shokaku was the most bombed. But notice this has got 3-inch flight deck armour, and doesn't seem to be that particularly badly armoured. How well armoured is his flight deck? There's nothing on the flight deck, so he's the British don't have armoured flight decks, which is ahistorical. Historically, the most British aircraft carriers did have armoured flight decks, and only one of the Japanese ones, the Taiho, did. So that was roughly a draw. Let's have a look at the air details, or we'll look at the air on this. So they lost 117 aircraft, we lost 137, that's bad. None of ours were lost to air, but 95 air-to-air losses. They lost 80 air-to-air. So in both cases our fighters managed to shoot down a lot of enemy aircraft. Okay, that's roughly a draw, isn't it? Bit of an inconclusive battle. 4 destroyers are commissioned into the Navy. 17 aircraft shot down. The 3472 Centaur has gained a reputation of being one of our most proficient air units. I wonder why they're flying Italian aircraft then. Who knows? They're all proficient air units by the look of things. Right, we're baffled by 5-inch auto-loaded DP guns. We've got angled flight decks though, that's good. And we've potentially got a new dive bomber, so it's faster than our existing ones. It's got less range than the Kyushu Byako. It's only slightly faster than it. It's got significantly less range than it. It's tougher, and it's got roughly the same bomb load, so it's not really any better. I think we'll cancel that. Fighting continues in Hong Kong. And we're winning the submarine war. And I'm going to switch off the target of Singapore, since it only seems to invade stuff when you've finished your previous invasion. It's actually really quite annoying like that. I once had a game where the enemy invaded 2 of my colonies on the same turn, whereas I'm only allowed to invade 1 a turn, and mostly that doesn't even happen because it says, oh, can't invade because of bad weather, can't invade because there's an R in the month, can't invade because there's too many enemy ships nearby, even though the ships are too scared to fight me. Anyway, I digress. So, we've got some money now. I think we can start rebuilding. Actually, we could build both of these, couldn't we? We could resume both of those. Let's have a look at our submarines. Some of these could do with being resumed as well. Resume. And we can also build some destroyers, because let's build some destroyers. So we're now building lots of lovely ships, including destroyers, and we've got a destroyer that's going to complete next move. We're building lots of submarines as well. We're building some submarines, some of which all can be finished next move, and some in 4 months' time. And let's play the next move. Battle in support of land combat. Oh, the British have got 3 battleships now. That's good. Hopefully they'll actually fight us this time. Attack enemy ships in general. Right, so we've got 2 cruisers and 5 destroyers. And unknown radar contacts. That's where they are. The convoy must be around there somewhere as well. So let's move everything towards the enemy. We'll put these on line ahead. And the destroyers can go that way, and the cruisers can go this way. I want to spread them out a bit, because that means I get to find out where their convoy is a bit quicker. So that's probably some escorts here, and his convoy is probably up there. Yeah, that's definitely his convoy, isn't it? Right, okay. And are we firing at them? We've not fired. Well, we've fired 36 rounds. That means we must have radar contact. So we've got improved search radar. I don't know whether we've got enough radar to fire the guns. We presumably do, actually. So we've fired some rounds, but we've not actually hit anything yet. Okay. And he's not hit us either. Alright. His cruisers are probably stronger than ours. But I'm not sure whether that is cruisers that he's got there, or whether it's... It might be destroyers, actually. What I'm going to do is, these destroyers, some have been hit, and I'm going to put them on flotilla attack, and let's see about firing torpedoes at. No. Friendly ship in line of fire. It's ridiculous, isn't it? There's no friendly ship in line of fire. Oh well. And it fires them towards where my friendly ships actually are. Wonderful. Okay, these cruisers can attack his transports because they'll be absolutely deadly against them. Let's see how many hits they've scored already. 6 hits with that one, and this one has scored 1 hit and 4. So they've scored a fair number of hits already on his ships. Unidentified ship hit by torpedo. Merchant hit. Right, so he's got 1 destroyer, and his other ships seem to have run away. He seems to have mostly destroyers. That's good. Because if he's got mostly destroyers, that means I can ignore them, and I can just attack his merchant ships. And that's a merchant ship running away, so let's intercept it with this destroyer. So that one's been hit by a torpedo by the look of things. So, what's up with his army? Been hit by a torpedo and he's flooding a bit, so he's not doing very well. And his speed seems to be quite low as well. So I think that, mind you, he's got a hit percentage of 14%, which is pretty good. He scored 111 hits. That's a very good showing, isn't it? I think these are probably going to want to retire fairly soon. He seems to have rather a large number of ships. Well, I've hit my objective, so I think these are all gonna go. I can go back to screening my main force. Screening my main force. So let's see how we did. So they lost 2 destroyers and 11 merchant ships, and 3 survived, and we lost 3 destroyers. And they had 2 cruisers, one of which was lightly damaged. Let's have a look at the details on the ships. And that's quite a big, powerful ship. It's bigger than ours. That was only hit by 1, and it managed to score 15 hits itself at a hit percentage of 1.59%. If we have a look at our ships, the Azami scored a hit percentage of 13%, which is very good. DE-37, a hit percentage of 10%, which is also pretty decent. Leave scenario. Enemy marginal victory. Well, I dispute that. 2 submarines. Handle it quietly and discreetly. In fact, we still put heavy spying on the Germans, so we need to remove that. Dive bomber Bristol Fox, combat radius 559, which is a bit shorter than ours. Radar assisted gunnery, that's good. New British medium bomber. And our medium bomber looks suspiciously like the British one. So it's faster. Got the same bomb load, slightly bigger range. Yeah, we'll give that a go. Let them handle their own troubles. Oh no, it's a British possession in Yemen. Yes, that's a good idea. Cause trouble for the British. And food is becoming scarce in Britain. That's also good. And we're winning the trade war. Right, so let's have a look at our air groups. So I'm adding some dive bombers and medium bombers to our airbase at Takao, but that'll bring them up to their full strength. Okay, we need to build an airbase in Fort Bayard. Build fortification, airbase, location, Fort Bayard. Okay, so once we've built that airbase, we'll have an airbase that's very close to Hong Kong. And we're also going to increase the size of our airbase at Takao. So let's do that. So that's Takao, expand airbase. So we're expanding that, and that will take 4 moves for it to go. And that's the end of this episode. If you liked it, don't forget to hit the like button, and I'll see you all on the next episode. Bye!